Our mission to find Eisen.
Our mission to find who dropped this letter. Spoiler alert, it's Eisen.
No reply this time either?
But she's doing okay. I can say's that much.
That's good to hear. I can rest easy then.
Now's about getting that pot wrapped. I's got this new sunflower printer. How's that sound?
Yeah, that one's cute enough. Let's go with that.
Did he just say cute?
Help you with something?
Someone dropped this letter. Do you have any idea who it might...
You didn't read it, did you?
Wait, it's yours?
We didn't read it. Much.
You really didn't read it?
No, of course not.
Put this letter in with the package.
Who's got it? When you ship with the Turtles Express, rest assured your mail is in good hands.
If you're done here, we're ready to head out. Our destination is Midgand.
Yeah, I'm all set.
Was he sending a gift to someone? And with a letter, too.
Gotta be a lady friend, that's for sure.
You think? Either way, that letter was really polite. And did you see that penmanship?
Yeah, I didn't know old Reeps had it in him.
I can hear you two, you know.
Ah,
They're dead.
That was the sound of stabbing.
Yikes.
That was
Anyway.
the sound of
Better
death.
watch what we
Whoa.
say from now on.
Yeah.
You say that.
What?
So
do I
many
say?
things to do.
What do I say about Boat?
I noticed you've come up with your little name for the kid. You sure are the sentimental type, aren't you?
Oh? Calling him Fee doesn't cost me anything. And it's not like I gave it much thought.
That may be the case, but no one else has taken even that token effort. And in doing so, I wonder if maybe you were trying to encourage him to be his own being. After all, one requires a name before he can consider his own identity. Having been given a name, he realizes he is his own entity, separate from others, and a certain formless essence comes to life inside him. And you're the one who set that process in motion for the kid. Whether you intended to or not, you changed him from a puppet into a living being.
So what's your point?
I've been
Living
with you
bean.
since the start of this journey, haven't I? Wouldn't kill you to give me a nickname, would it?
I've never really thought of us as being that close. And besides, you just forced your way into the group.
Come now, I know you've got a
Don't
bigger
send her
heart
away,
than that.
Velvet.
Surely
She's my
you have
favorite.
it in you to give a nickname to a dear friend.
We're not dear friends. And even if we were, I'm not good at nicknames anyway.
Please, I'm begging you.
Okay then. Moggy.
Oh, come on, that's so obvious. Can't you put some heart into it for your dear friend?
Fine. Lou.
Do I look like an old man to you? You're not even trying.
Okay then. Witchy McWitcherton.
Interesting. Well, if I had to rank it against 1,000 other nicknames, I'd probably put it at number 1,011. A
Perfect.
nickname needs to have charm. It needs
Witchy
to leave
McWitcherton.
a lasting impression.
Sure then. Hattie.
Now you're just saying what you see.
Book skirt.
That's not any better either.
Ms. Creepy Eyes.
That's just an insult. Look, no nicknames based on what you see, and especially no slandering.
Lil Miss Witch who smiles around you but stabs you in the back when you're not looking.
Hey, that's personal information.
Look, I told you. I'm not good at coming up with nicknames.
Forget it. I should have known this wouldn't work.
Nope,
We love
too
Moggy.
late. It's stuck. You're Witchy McWitcherton now.
Scout ship settings.
Eisen, what happened to those octopuses?
God, there's
Dial
so
and
many.
Kurogane took them to the kitchen. They said they were going
We haven't
to
done
for
anything.
Kamoana.
They're going to feed demons to her?
A Therian needs malevolence to survive.
That's why they carried them off alive.
What do they plan on making?
Octopus ink pasta with takoyaki and fried octopus on the side, and Hellavesian octopus carpaccio.
Do they have a takoyaki pan here at the prison?
Kurogane hammered one out with some iron, along with a large pot for the pasta.
Still looking like that? Takoyaki would hit the spot right about now, though.
Octopus ink pasta, huh?
Like squids, octopuses release ink as a defensive mechanism, but theirs is made of different stuff and is used in other ways. Squid ink is stickier and acts like a decoy, but octopus ink spreads out like a cloud of smoke. But squid ink has 30 times the savory flavor, so octopus ink isn't used in pasta all that often.
Luffy told me the same thing. He said that's why octopus ink pasta isn't very good.
Luffy said that?
Yeah, so I ended up not making it for him. But I wonder... I guess it doesn't matter, since I can't taste it now.
I'll taste it for you then. So make me some octopus ink pasta sometime, all right?
All right. And I'll be sure to make some that doesn't come from demons.
Hey, who did Eisen send that letter and cooking pot to anyway?
I don't want to think about it. That walloping still stings.
You've got to be curious though, right?
Maybe.
It was serious stuff. Whoever it is must be important to him. A lover, maybe.
Eisen's lover.
A child wouldn't be happy with that cooking pot, and a man wouldn't want it wrapped up so pretty. A young woman with Eisen's tastes, then. He'd be bound to fall for a miraculous match like that, right?
I don't know. I bet she's that girl with the yellow umbrella.
You really have a thing for her, don't you?
I do not. That's not what I mean.
Then pray tell, what do you mean?
Huh?
Eavesdropping, Eleanor? How unseemingly rude of you. Besides, Luffy said is free to like whomever he chooses.
You're one to talk about eavesdropping, Moggy Lou. Anyway, it's just that the sunflower design on the wrapping reminded me of her.
Now that you mention it, but does it really matter? He has someone to write to in any case.
True. I can't help but feel a bit envious.
What a nice way of summing it up, Velvet. So you were eavesdropping too, then?
Not allowed.
Say, what do you think about Eisen? Oh, so that's the kind of guy you're into, hmm?
Huh. Not what I'd expect, but...
No! I just feel there's something different about him. The way he picks presents, the objects that catch his eye. Oh, is that all? Boring.
No kidding. All men have some kind of particular interest, big or small.
I suppose that's true, but he seems a bit, shall we say, overly obsessive?
Now that you mention it, he does have a tendency to ramble on about various topics.
And it's not just the items he collects. There's more to it? Every weekend, he eats curry for dinner, and every time we go into port, he docks at the 3rd Bollard.
Come to think of it, I heard the galley crew complaining that he always needs his pasta cooked exactly the right way.
And when he needs a new outfit, he always goes to the same tailor and returns with identical clothes and boots. It all has to be exactly the same size and in exactly the same color. Turtle says he's very nitpicky.
Sounds like he's not so much picky as he is a pain in the ass.
But I do see a different side of him now. I thought pirates were all rough and filthy, but it seems they can be quite meticulous.
Not much of a reassessment.
Never allowed to leave. This is the rest of the stream. Buckle up.
Truly the skits episode.
It must not feel great only ever getting tails, I bet.
Nah, I don't really mind that much. It's way too late for me to start letting that bother me.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be nice to get heads at least once? Hell, I know I'd like to see that, and I bet Laffy said here does too.
Yeah, I do.
Right? That's why I've brought something a little special. Ta-da!
What's so special about that coin? It looks identical to the one Eisen already has.
The front side does, yes. But both sides of the coin are actually heads. I had Kurogane make it for me custom. If both sides are heads, then not even the Reaper's curse can stop it.
Well, yeah, but that's cheating. What's the point in getting heads if it's rigged that way?
It's not cheating. It's called effort and hard work.
How?
If you always work hard and never give up, you'll make your own way forward. All right, I'm in. I'll get that heads for you.
Gone. Never landed.
What?
That crow just flew off with the coin.
Those birds are attracted to shiny objects, I suppose. Damn it! I can't even win against a crow.
Don't sweat it. I figured something like this might happen, so I had a backup ready. Go on, give it a shot. You'll show that curse who's boss this
Okay, now
time.
don't flip it 30 feet into
All
the
right,
air.
here goes.
I don't believe it! Now Prince Percival's griffin's gone and eaten the other coin right out of the air!
Are you kidding me?
Not to worry. I've got a spare backup. It's time to put that curse on notice.
Right. Here I go.
You gotta be kidding me. Reaper's curse or not, does it really have to go this far over a damn coin?
It's fine, really. I had a feeling it'd turn out like this.
Well, I sure didn't.
Yeah, me neither.
Freedom.
Oh, temporary reprieve.
Temporary, yes. Until we go anywhere.
Until we go in this inn. Charge me for a bed at my own base.
Did you ever figure out if that bug was a stag or a rhinoceros beetle?
Actually, I still haven't really looked into it.
Why not? Weren't Rokuro and Aizen pretty curious to find out too?
They're why I haven't. They both have really strong opinions, and they both make a believable argument. And if I determined it was a new kind of beetle entirely, my decision would change the very course of their fates.
Their fates? I think you're exaggerating things.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
We're still hashing out what that Rhino Stagros really is. Kiddo here's holding off on his final decision because he's worried about how you'll take it.
You're both adults. Can't one of you just give in so we can move on?
It's a rhinoceros beetle. I'm not backing down on that.
No, it's a stag beetle.
Why not just take off the pointy bits? Then we can all agree it's just a plain old beetle. Simple.
Sounds good to me.
Don't even joke about that. If you took away my swords, I wouldn't have anything left. Same thing goes for a stag beetle and its pincers.
And taking away a rhinoceros beetle's horns is disrespectful to its way of life, and to even suggest it is just plain wrong. No, if we're going to argue it out over this, we need to exhaust every possible angle before coming to a conclusion. It's the right thing to do.
Madam Eleanor! Here's that field guide to rare insects of Midgand you wanted me to get you.
Thanks, Bienfu. Surely this book will have something about that bug. Yeah, here it is. This beetle's real name is... Argonathocrassus, the thick-jaw beetle.
It's named for its jaws? That must make it a stag...
It's a drone beetle. The field guide says it's a really rare variety, too. I guess that's that.
No, you're wrong. It's a brand new species. I call it the Laphicet rhinostagros. That's my decision, and I'm not backing down.
I love overriding the scientific community.
Simply denying their accuracy. Oh,
Maybe we should lock all.
more.
Oh, never mind. Lock all of it in after we finish with the
No,
conversation.
only 2 more to
May I
go.
ask you a question?
What?
You're an Earth Moloch, yes? Why live on the sea when your kind sinks in water?
I live on the sea because I'm an Earth Moloch.
I'd be curious to hear more.
Ifrid used to go on about how we should accept what we were born with. But one time he joked about the idea of a pirate who couldn't swim, and he laughed and laughed. I wanted to clobber him right then and there, but it wouldn't have changed the fact that I can't swim. I didn't want some predestined elemental affinity to control who I was. Instead, I underwent tough training to overcome it.
Well, I guess that's one way to approach it. Did this training of yours bear any fruit?
No.
Well, as soon as I stepped into a river, A big flood brought down a landslide from the mountains and swallowed me up. Then, when I tried going into a lake, the seaweed suddenly multiplied and tangled around my body, nearly drowning me. And then finally, when I tried jumping into the ocean, a huge whirlpool formed with me at its very center.
The Reaper's curse at play?
As far as I'm concerned, my Earth affinity and my Reaper's curse aren't much different, in that they've both shackled me since I came into being. This is about pushing and challenging the constraints I was born with.
So, did you eventually learn how to swim?
Pretty much, yeah. As long as I never let go of my portable life preserver.
Oh,
He has floaties.
Nothing can overcome their strength. Nothing.
Check something.
Hey, every day
Oh,
it goes
whoopsies.
out on these
Sorry.
hunts or whatever.
It's gone
Brings
forever.
back the weirdest stuff. It's making a real mess out of the deck.
Hawk's Hunt. What's the big deal?
Well, yeah. At first it was bringing back good stuff like seaweed and fish, things we could cook with. Sure, I was glad for a while. But then it started to escalate. Now we're talking 150-kilo ambercants and 350-kilo killer swordfish that it's catching.
That's not a bad thing, is it? It just means more to eat.
It is when they're being dropped from the sky onto the deck. Especially those killer swordfish and razor-sharp bills. What if somebody gets run through by one?
Can't you just warn the prince that his bird needs to be more careful?
Yeah, we could, but he looks so happy watching his hawk. I'd hate to spoil it for him.
Yeah, the prince looks so happy whenever Griffin is flying free. He kept grinning and asking Grocky all nice-like if he wanted to fly some more.
Grocky?
That's what Kamawana kept calling Griffin. She says she came up with it by combining Griffin and Hawk.
This is probably the first time in the prince's life that he's tasted any freedom. His whole life, he's only done what duty dictated of him. Letting Griffin fly was his first free act. To the prince, Grocky's an extension of who he is.
So what are we going to do?
Nothing, really. It's not like it really hurt anybody.
But it's punctured some major holes on the deck.
I'm sure even the prince knows when to rein it in. Let him have a little fun. He deserves it.
I don't know about all that. I'd say the prince is letting his newfound freedom get the better of him. Hey, I was just up on deck and it looks like Griffin's caught an elephant tuna this time.
An elephant tuna? That's the really big tuna that can swallow a killer whale whole, right?
That almost sounds like a demon to me.
Yep, huge fish, gills like elephant ears. I saw it myself. From the looks of it, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a demon. It's crazy valuable. On a good day, it can fetch 20 million gold on the market. But there's something ominous about seeing it hovering in the air above the ship.
20 million gold? I take back everything I said. The prince and Griffin can do whatever they want.
Did she say above the ship?
Oh, hell. Benwick, we need to stop Prince Percival.
Aye, aye, sir. Hey, don't drop that on the deck! Are you listening to me?
Ripperoni.
Which destroys the ship, and therefore you can't leave.
No, we're free. We're free, I say.
This was 4 months later after they were able to source a new boat.
This one.
Did we go to the third mystery zone yet?
Oh, I didn't go to the third mystery zone. I can go there after we
Oh
land here.
no!
The boss has given me a message for you. Says there's some sort of nasty demon running around in the Aldina Plains, to the east of Logris. She thought it might be the one you're looking for.
Wasn't the Eastern Highway closed off from Logris?
That was only temporary. It's back open now. If you follow the road, you'll reach Stonebury Village. There you'll find one of ours who actually saw the demon. You want to know more? That'd be a good place to start.
Got it.
Hey, that's the same direction I sensed the...
Give Tabitha our thanks.
I feel like I held on him for way too long. I need to fix Eisen.
What do you mean? He's already perfect.
It's looking more and more like we're on the right track. We ought to go check out that Bloodwing story.
Then let's start by going to Stonebury.
Hey, Eisen, did I say something wrong back there?
No. I just didn't think we needed to give the Bloodwings any information for free.
Huh?
He means the Earth Pulse points, kid. We're the only ones who know about them.
But aren't we on the same side as the Bloodwings?
We're not enemies with them. But I wouldn't go so far as to call them our friends either.
That's just how it goes in the underworld. Things can change at the drop of a hat. A poison hat.
But how are they supposed to trust us if we don't show them trust in kind?
That messenger knew our faces, even though we'd never met. He was here waiting for us, even though we hadn't told anyone where we were going.
You're right.
We hardly know the first thing about them, and yet they seem to know every move we make.
They could easily sell us out if it struck their fancy.
They'll work with us as long as we're a useful ally in their resistance against the Abbey. But the more tricks we can keep up our sleeve, the better.
We've got each other's back, but only as long as we hold a knife up our sleeve. That's what counts as trust in the underworld.
That sounds terrible. But at least you can trust that Tabitha's cooking will be tasty.
Can't argue that.
This is everyone's first time to Stonebury, right?
Why was it blocked off? Demons?
No, there was a great tornado on the Aldina Plains that swallowed up a whole merchant caravan. Hundreds gone in an instant.
The cooling of the climate is causing bouts of odd weather. Thunderstorms, heavy downpours, and the like.
Correct. The Abbey is keeping a tight guard on traffic through the affected areas.
If it's open now, that must mean the tornado is gone.
I wonder what sort of place it is.
It's quite lovely. In the vast forest to the east, you can find gemstones, and it's teeming with rare plants and insects. The locals trade only as much meat and hides as they need, and they live peaceful, quiet lives.
You sure know a lot about this place.
It's where the Norman he first fell in love with grew up.
Yeah! Please don't embarrass me. Though we are apart from each other now, our hearts are still as one.
Immediately after you and I made our pact and set off, she fell in love with some macho Norman and moved away.
What? Why haven't I heard about this? How long have you known?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I found out during my long search for you. Or maybe it was right after we left. I remember leaving something in the village and going back to... Oh well, not like it matters.
It does matter!
There's no sense in crying over a fickle girl. Come, Stonebury awaits.
Oh, run! Quickly!
Before they come back. Where is it? I know you're here. And I know you cost 600 souls.
Is it here? Behind these rocks? No. It's behind those rocks.
There it is. There it is.
There it is. Behind those rocks.
Yeah.
Sneaky beaky.
Oh. A small number, but also we don't have any souls.
And also there's none on this plateau.
Oh no, not allowed.
Whatever. Look, when we do a backtrack stream, that's when we'll go get that.
Yeah.
To the bug zone. Summon the bugs.
I'll finish this quick.
Killing flash! When I'm this close, I won't miss!
Right, huge storm.
But okay, now that we're out of the dialogue, what was I going to say?
Fuck if I know. That was an hour. It was literally an hour ago.
That's right. It was about Infinite Fusion again. Hello. Welcome to the second part. So the rest of what I was talking about was yesterday. Go find it. So yeah, Infinite Fusion added a bunch of new Pokemon, as we mentioned. So that run I did was with a full team of the new Pokemon being on the team. 6 of them. But I just wanted to talk about why I was scrambling right up until we were supposed to start to finish that. So those new Pokemon were added to the game, and you can find a lot of them with some new mechanics. Like there's egg nests that you can find around that contain them. But they haven't been added to the wild encounter tables in modern mode yet. This means I had to do one of 2 things. Number 1, play through the entire game again on classic mode just to access those new Pokemon. And I don't think that would have worked. That's not what I ended up doing. Option 2, which was involved digging into some of the deeper, weirder mechanics of Infinite Fusion. So because they were Pokemon that existed in the game, you could Wonder Trade for them. Unfortunately, that gives you a 2 in like 460 chance of getting one of the new Pokemon.
Was angry at it.
Hold on. You can read a Guardian's heart?
Every time you Wonder Trade?
Yeah, sort of.
And that costs tickets or money. Oh, what do we got? What was that? We're not gonna be told what that was?
It's a chance for equipment to spawn with skills relating to counter.
Oh, okay. Oh, did it do it at the end of the fight? Okay.
It's just not a very significant upgrade.
Right, okay. So, hundreds of Wonder Trades was what I was looking at. And those cost money. So, first off, this is the first time I've ever had to interact with Wonder Trading in this game. Right? Second, I needed a lot of money. So I figured... So there's 3 different types of Wonder Trade tickets you can buy. So obviously you get some tickets for beating gym leaders. If you've played the game, you'll know you get those. There's regular tickets, and then there is an infinite use ticket. You want to? I don't know if you've ever had to deal, if you've ever bothered to deal with this, but do you know how much that costs?
No.
400,000 Poke.
That's a lot.
Fine.
It's a lot of dollars.
It's a lot of dollars. So then I was like, okay, I have less than 100,000. And I could be dealing 4 over and over again, or I could find a good method of doing this. Right? Is this damage or get all the souls?
That's damage.
Come on, really?
Okay. Okay.
I'm just gonna try once. We haven't done it in a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
And they got new equipment and stuff.
So there's a method. Oh, geez. Anyway, there's a method of getting infinite money in the game. It's a little bit on the tedious side, but you can just get infinite money. You need a fair amount of seed money to start up, but eventually you break even and then start gaining. So there is an item in Saffron at night that you can buy 1 a day from an NPC. called the Mankey's Paw.
Come on, really?
And you may have run into that NPC. I think the Mankey's Paw gives you a 100% crit rate and a 50% accuracy rate that even bypasses like Swift. So
okay.
It just is 50% accuracy.
Yeah.
Something like that. Which is an interesting hold item. But oh, hold on. Oh, why am I yawning so much? But you can take this item up to Crimson City and sell it to an NPC in the inn. And each time you sell it to her, she'll buy it for 1,000 Pokédollars more each time. So you just go to Saffron at night, buy it, sell it in Crimson City, stay at the inn.
You sure you want me for this?
Because you're already in the inn in Crimson City when you sell it. Sleep for 24 hours, go back to Saffron, repeat. And it takes a fair amount to break even, but then it's just free money.